All right. All right, and I think we are live. So let's double check here. It's working. Nice. Just open up here the streaming. Nice. All right, guys, and welcome back here to another live, and we are live. That's great. Cool. So what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be carrying on my development. And if you guys been following the series here, today I actually want to improve this. So I created previously this character here. There it goes now, and it start to build the house. So the idea here is now that I can actually spawn an NPC, and now they actually talk as well. By the way, they are talking, which is quite cool. So let's just try to bring that. Oh, there's a yeah, we don't care about this arrow here. So let me just delete this character from here. It's gonna delete this one here as well. So basically what I did here is I implemented these now. So we go to people. If you guys remember last time I was trying to do this, this UI here. And if I had a citizen, and now I don't have any resources, right? But now it shows how many resources you need and all that stuff. So that's quite cool. So I'm just gonna try now to move this back to the world now. Cool. It's gonna open up here. LV, main world. Let's open up. Nice. I should probably start to, on the live, start to warn people before I start to do lives. Lately I'm just pressing play and see what happens. It's probably not ideal. But yeah. Come on. Why is the engine not loading? Come on, load up, load up. Nice. Also, I managed to optimize this scene a lot. If you guys remember the previous streaming, this thing was very slow. And now it's running much faster. So basically, if you check now the start FPS, I think it was running like a 30 FPS. And now I managed to get this running like almost 100 FPS. And I just changed, a couple of settings, which is that on the Windows here, you go to, what is it, project settings. And in here, very simple, I search first the lumen. I disable lumen. I have it enabled here, but I'm just changed to screen space or none, and then that improved a lot. And also disable, like, I think anti-analysis and also shadow mappings as well. And also I'm running my graphics on medium so I can develop this thing more easy. So my goal here today is to make sure that I can actually, so for example, right now if I press T, right, I can add citizens here, and I have a crazy amount of resources, but I can keep adding houses right now. So if I keep adding houses and stuff, and now I have to do this process manually, which is a little bit annoying, right? So I don't want to do this. I want to hire an NPC. So every time I add a house, I want to spawn like an NPC around it, and then that's the builder, and then he goes and build the house. Let's try to do this. I don't even remember where I set this stuff up. Let me have a look. So, all right, so this is the NPC execution. So let me just put this on this window. I think it's called construction. BT or construction dialog. No, what is it? This is, oh yeah, of course, it's house. I need to improve my scene. Anyway, so here's when I spawn the house. So let's have a look. So we spawned the NPC. So let me just double check what happened, right? So what happened here is I go back, I go to people, and I add my little house, which is fine. Now I can actually do that. Do this one. Nice. Kill that. And now look at this. The NPC shows up and say, hello, nice to meet you. And then he says, But I start working on the, I mean, I still have to improve the wording, which is really bad. But he goes back and he starts to work, which is pretty cool. Now, the next thing I want to do is that I want to make sure that I have like something that builds the house automatically, because I don't want to be doing this. And I already have, I just need to make sure that we implement that stuff. All right. All right, so this is fine. We have all this data there. Now I just need to basically select an NPC and spawn it. So I'm just gonna, so every time we spawn this, we play the character entrance, we do that, and then we move the camera to the place, and this is the construction house. So this is when we spawn the citizen. So this is only when I spawn the citizen. The construction house is this one. So I need to do something when I actually spawn the house, which is done on, if I'm not mistaken, the manager resources. Yeah, okay. And here we have an NPC management, and I have like an add new NPC. Perfect. So it does all this stuff, spawns the house, it removes all the resources, and I think we need to add something right here. Let me just add something there. Perfect. By the way, guys, if you wanna check how the development is going, I added the Discord channel. It's on the YouTube channel, so you can go and join the Discord as well. And the link goes straight to the DevRealm Discord channel. Okay, so this is fine. We added this. Now I'm gonna do spawn. Just gonna copy this here. And now I need to, I think you spawn the base NPC, I think. NPC base. And I'm just gonna do a refresh here. Now the direction where I want to spawn, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm probably gonna use the house, and I'm gonna do random nav mesh. No, it's random nav mesh rendering component, or nav mesh. What's the name of that thing? I always end up forgetting about this. So is this? It's this one. Get random reachable point is such a weird name for like a get randomable. You know. Let's go back here. Right, so I'm just gonna do this one. Now we need to know the origin. Actually, before I do this, like, let's just execute here and let's see more or less where this is gonna do. What I like to do here sometimes when I'm testing these things that I'm not sure how it should work properly, I'm gonna just do a draw debug sphere, right? In Unreal. I'm gonna edit here. So the radius, I'm gonna just leave it at 100. The duration, I'm gonna put like 50 seconds. And the origin, that's the important bit. I'm not entirely sure. I do have the spawn point. I could actually use the spawn point to do this. I think I can actually, just gonna clean up this function as well after. So it's gonna plug this one right here. Oh, I can't plug it. Do I have to break it? I'm gonna have to break it. It's fine. Break. Now we're gonna get a location. Let's see what's gonna happen. So if I press play, I should be able to see citizen hire. There we go. To be honest, that's not a great place. I mean, it's not too bad actually. I think it's fine. We can spawn the NPC there and see how it reacts. To be honest, it's fine. It's fine. So now we get this random NPC radius. Now I can just spawn my NPC character, right? From there I can just make the transform. And now I do something like this. Now if I go back and see what happened, let's see what's going on. So if I press and I go to storage, no, add. So the NPC spawns, but then he goes back to do his own thing. This is because the NPC is set up to run like as like a lumberjack by default. I think it is. Let me just double check. He's a lord. I mean, he's doing something that he shouldn't be, but it's just that we have to change the NPC to run like his own class here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up my NPC, here, and I'm gonna check, what's this, character manager. Yes, so right now is a Lord. Let me double check, what does the AI controller does? I think it's called AI controller, is that right? BPC AI controller, that's fine, that's the right place. Base controller, that's the one we're looking for. Nice. Okay, now I think Lord doesn't do anything, if I'm not mistaken. Just gonna do a print. Come on, why is my engine struggling? Oh my gosh, what happened here? Right, so now if I go back and I try to add a new NPC, edit, go back here as well, and I'm gonna edit right here. Nice. So it didn't say hello, I think. Let's try again. Storage, add. So it's not spawning the character, which I don't know why. So let's just double check. Spawning, it does spawn here though. Try again. Go back, add the citizen, and okay, so it's just moving right away. So it's probably not even running that. I'm not sure what's going on with the character. I think it's because on my AI controller I have like a default blackboard key, right? Yeah, follow the rule. Yeah, makes sense. It's following, like, it should be actually, I think it's called chase player. Player or something. Follow the player. Yeah, which we have to improve, by the way. But let's see what's going on here. So right now, go back, add the citizen, and okay, so if I get near the character, is it gonna be able to follow me? Yes. Probably not. Is it? Can you not see me? I mean, anyway, it doesn't matter. As long as it's not running what we wanted, so that's okay. Now, when I spawn this guy, I kind of have to create a function inside the component called change rule, I think. But we can do it on the spawn here. So now, if you check here, for example, the way I set this thing up is that every time you want to switch a role or start a role, we have to call this function. And then he gets the current role and then he runs the logic. In our case, we want to trigger the builder part, right? So we need to make sure the builder is running in real time. So what I'm going to do is, so I do all this stuff, perfect. Now I'm going to get manager or something. Yeah. Oh, no, this one. And I'm going to call get character or master. I think it's called NPC info. Yes, that's the one. Set member. And I'm aware that this is probably not the best way of doing this, but I think I could in the future like create this as like a whole method so it runs in one place. But right now I don't even know if this is gonna work properly. Anyway, this is gonna be fine, so it's gonna be a builder. And we can confirm this is working just by pressing play. Let's see now. So if we press people, add, hire. Nice. Now we hire, we added the character. Now let's just press T and see what's going on. Why is the character not being spawned? NPC manager. Is it not running? Let me double check. Here. Builder. NPC. Just do a print here. Let's try again. People, add, and hire. So it did say hello though. But where's the NPC? No idea. Is there a valid NPC? Is this being... I mean, it was spawning. Don't know what's going on here. I'm gonna compile and save. Let's see. Right. So if I go back, people, add, and hire. Okay, I don't know what happened there, but it did work now. But it's fine. So now they're both builders, right? So I can hire, and they're like both builders. Ah, it's because he only works for the lumberjack. I see. I have to improve that, but that's fine. Okay, that's, you know, this is there's something going on with the other spawn. But anyway, so now that we spawn this, fine. Just gonna go back here. And I'm gonna get my character. Now I need to get the NPC controller. That's tricky. But we can do that. So it's gonna, so we can get controller. No, this is from the, sorry. Get controller. And now we need to kind of get this controller information so we can actually trigger this. So I'm just gonna call this iReturn base controller information here. Perfect. So now we have access to the controller, so I can do like a print and see what happened. Just gonna make this like a color just to make sure I can see what's going on. Compile and save. Let's double check. So now if I press play, press T, people, and add and hire. Nope. Why is it not working? Must be something going on here. So set members, access known. Ah, I see. I think what's happening is that this is failing somehow, and then it's not spawning the character in the right place. So let's just try to do this instead. Okay. I think there's something to do with that NPC's navigation mesh stuff. Ah, okay, much better. I mean, it's fine. It's not. We're gonna improve that in a sec. So now what we can actually do here is that we do this. We get the NPC controller, which you can see that's working. Let's just double check here, so we can see that the NPC is working there. Perfect. So it's purple. Nice. Now the next thing we need to do is that we need to tell the AI, hey, start to run the execution that you should do, you know, like start to do the job in pretty much. I'm just gonna open up here the start role, close all this stuff, open up, and now we're gonna start the role on the client side, and now I can actually add this pin here, and in theory this should start to do the job right away. Let's see, people, add, hire. Look at that. So the cool thing about this is that now it starts to do the job for us and we don't have to build a house. And what happens is that in theory, look at that. The character start to just play for us, which is exactly what we're looking for. And now the guys start to like look for the wood already. So we can now, oh yeah, we need to improve that actually. It's a good point though. We need to make sure that the characters are available. So that's my next thing I have to improve, which is a little bit of annoyance, let's say, but let's try to figure out that. So that's fine, that's working, which is good. Now on the NPC worker, which is here, and let me just delete this stuff, move to the next object, and it goes here. So this one is where I check destroy run radius. Yes, here's where I destroy the actor. Now I have to improve that a little bit. So this is a messy logic, but I'm gonna figure out this first. Right, so before we destroy the NPC, let's just double check how is that actually doing the job here. Let's just check. So people, add, hire. So it's gonna go there, and you start to build the house, which is fine. Go there, come on. Builds up, and then it builds up. Oh, mistake there. Now say now I'm all done. And then nice to meet you, and then the person disappear. Now the problem that we have this here. So what we need to do in the blueprint here before we delete it, so we know that we have the character, which is fine. So I'm gonna get actor of class, no actor, sorry, get actor of class, and this is just gonna be the castle resource stuff, castle resource manager. Perfect. Now the next thing I'm gonna do here is that I'm gonna get NPC or citizen, and I'm gonna remove item, and this is gonna be a base mass character NPG whatever. So I'm gonna plug it right here, and then I'll do this, and then after I can like plug this value here. I think this is gonna work now. Let's have a look. Just gonna press people add hire. Now she's gonna start to build, which is fun. Goes that, perfect. Goes another time, and then it goes another time. Nice. And then she say, now all done, where's my money? Disappears, which is what we're looking for. And now you see, I don't have it, and I can kind of go back to the citizen here. To be honest, I'm thinking I'm gonna delete this UI here. I'm just gonna put everything on the this one. I think it'll be probably be the best, or maybe no. I haven't. I don't know. Now I can control the user, and she can fly, which is absurd. But yeah, and I think if I go back to the player, if we go back to this one. Sorry, control back the player. She goes back to work, I think. If not, I may have to improve that. But you should go back to do the normal job. But that's pretty much what we're looking for here, which is fine. So I'm just gonna improve this logic a little bit, because this is like a spaghetti code. Now what we're gonna do here is that I'm gonna promote this to I don't know. I can promote this to like current character. Perfect. Now we're gonna plug this value here, plug it there, and now we can start to slowly replace everything that's using that, right? So we're gonna get current character, plug it there. Now we can do, so that's fine. I can also plug this value right here. And I think that's the same. So we can just do a new connection and plug those values together. Right, perfect. And it's already helping me to declutter that a little bit. Now we get all the actors, in this case is the build points. Now this logic will probably need to improve as well, because if there's no build points in the world, then what happened, right? Well, in that case, the builder get deleted, but the NPC, which is what we're looking for. But now we have this stuff. So we get a character capsule component. What we can do is that we can plug this value here, align it, and bring it closer. And now we have this stuff here. So what I'm gonna do here is that, so what's this logic about? Yeah. So when the NPC stop building, we play a message and destroy the actor. Destroy the actor. Perfect. And that's what we need to do here. And I think that's it. That's what we're doing. Perfect. Now the next thing I want to do, if I press play again, let me double check here. So if we go to people, add, I'm gonna go crazy now. I'm gonna try to add like as much, like, see what happened. That's cool. So it's build 1, build 2, build 3. This is crazy. Build 4. Oh wow, this is pretty cool. because now like it's automatic, you know, like I don't have to worry about building all those places. Of course, that on this example, like she's stuck, right? So probably we need to add like some kind of a loop protection. There's like 2 NPCs here. And I think if I go here, looking for resource, I'm not sure if I can change it. Which the one I want? We can I click on this NPC? I mean, she looks like pretty stuck. Let's double check what's going on here. So builder, yeah, it's like is near object. So we need to improve this as well. Okay. So what we're gonna do here is that we're gonna probably do we're gonna delete this part, right? And I'm gonna basically go back to is near object, and this is gonna happen, right? It's gonna happen here. I think what we have to do here as well is that we kind of need to use like a reusable logic to say, hey, I don't have any object to work with, so I need to basically execute this task and say there's nothing I can do. So we need to add this protection. So because I have all this logic here, right? Instead of doing this, I'm just gonna reuse this into like a task. I can even maybe promote this to a class or something. And then I can use this to say, hey, if there's no objects in the world, just say hi, bye, whatever, right? So let's do this. I'm gonna just duplicate this one, and actually, you know, like that's fine. Just duplicate this one, and I'm gonna basically do has valid building places, right? So if it has a valid building places, then we can actually execute the logic. I'm not sure if we're gonna have to do this at runtime or not. I mean, what we can actually do here, let me try, because we can set up the parent class. You know what? Let's try to do something crazy, right? I mean, it's not super crazy, but you know, like, so because this is the builder, and we're gonna create a parent task that has that logic, and then all the child will call that logic. And then if that's true, then we delete the character, do whatever. So we're gonna call this BT task builder base, right? And now I'm just gonna go back to my windows here. I'm gonna close everything because it's getting very complex. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up the is near object, and it's gonna open up here the parent one. Before I open up the parent, it's gonna go to the one we built. I'm gonna delete everything. I don't want this to be overridden or anything like that. I'm just gonna delete, file and save. Nice. This is the BP build base, or in this case, instead of build, I'm just gonna call builder base task, because we're gonna reuse functions here. That's why I want to do this. So now what we can do here is that we can test with the first one, which is the is near object, right? Or maybe no, this one, yeah, this one. So instead of doing this crazy logic here, right, what we can do is that we'll go to class settings. We're gonna change the parent to the builder base task. Now what I can do is the character pawn. I think what I can do here is I can copy this logic. I can go back to the parent. I'm going to create a new function called fn check for valid road build points. Build points, right? So then we're going to paste this stuff. I'm going to plug it this one right here. Now we need to pass the character, or what we could actually do, yeah, we need to pass the character. That's fine. We can always pass the character. Now this is fine, this is fine, this is fine. Ah, yeah, it's true. I can't use delay. This is a problem. So let's just go, let's try a different approach. Since I can't use the delay, on a function I can use inside the event. So custom event call API. We can call this API check valid world resources, right? I'm gonna paste this one here, and I'm gonna plug in this value right there on the delay, right? So we can actually do that. So we're gonna plug this here, which is what we're looking for, and this is gonna be the character. Now, to be honest, do we need a delay here? I mean, we can add a delay. Yeah, we can add a delay. It's fine. It's fine. It doesn't matter. So we add a delay. We see the words. We play the montage. With 5 seconds, sorry. We check the resources. We delete himself from the resources. And that's it. Now, the next thing we have to do is the logic itself. I also would like to migrate this logic here. So I'm just going to paste that, copy this, go back to the parent, which is this. Paste it here. Now I can do that, right? So do I have any building points or something like that? And if it's true, we can actually do this logic for us. And now I think if it's working how I intended, it's gonna be really fun to use this now. So that's fine. Well, this one we may have to change this wording. We may have to do something on the blueprint task and say we always pass like a parameters has the character work or done anything, but it's fine. So this is good. So that happened here. Fine, perfect. So I think I can just go back to my thing here. Here's where the thing is. I can just call this now, right? Character. It's gonna go back and delete all this logic. Now it leaves on the parent, and I just need to pass the character here, right? Get current character. Compile and save. Let's see. Press play. Let's have a look what's going on. So if I go here, press people, add, and hire. Let's check. So it does his job. Go there. Goes there. Perfect. And it goes there as well. Boom. Now, yeah, that's working fine. And then it disappears after 5 seconds. Perfect. So with that now, with this in mind, I may have to improve this, but that's okay. Now with this in mind, what I can do is, so this is the base one. I'm going to open up that and this one. Go back to class settings. I'm going to set the parent to this one. Also the same for this. Can compile and save. I can compile and save. Perfect. Now I compile and save everything. Everything looks good. So what I can do here, yeah, I just need to call this, and now I have to, I don't know, I think maybe I should probably create like a macro to do this, because it's annoying to have to do all this function all the time, you know, but it's fine. Let's just copy and paste this multiple times and it's okay. It's an interface. It doesn't matter. By the way, guys, if you have any questions, I am watching the chat as well. Feel free to ask. Right, so I am adding this stuff here. I'm going to create current character. Go back. Oh yeah, this is the poem. Perfect. Now also here as well, we need to do that check. Ah yeah, it's already returning. That's okay. So I'm going to copy this variable, paste it here, plug, remote, yeah. And now I can just hold control, plug all those here, and that's it. So this is gonna go right here. Ooh, I have a cast here. I don't like casting, but I may improve that later. Right. Now, where's my behavior tree for my AI? So, okay. So the AI, this is running here, which is fine. We're running that perfectly here. You know what? I may have to. I mean, do we want to call these all the time, right? It's a little bit of a performance issue, but I may even have to do something like where I call these all the time. You know, it's fine. Let's do it. So what we can do here, I'm just gonna copy this logic and go back to this one, right? And before I start to run everything else after this, I need to check if there is an object for me to move, right, close to. So what I can do is just I'm gonna paste this stuff here, and I am gonna basically just move this stuff into getActor class. I'm gonna plug this here, and I'm gonna just put a length here as well. And now if this is true, right, we just call the method. So if it's false, we don't care what we do here. And if it's true, I'm just gonna copy this and paste it right here, right? So in that way, we protect our AI. So what happens that if I add 10,000 AIs and they start to do their job and they're like, oh, they can't follow a path, or they're like blocked by something, then I don't need to care as much. I can just like say, okay, that's fine. Just delete yourself, and that's okay, right? So that's when we attack and move near to the object. Okay, that's fine. Now, go back here. So I edit here. So I need to add this logic right here, right? That, go back, move to the next AI object. I may not need to do this, but I can leave it here. Nice. So we're gonna plug this here. So that's true. So check for valid resources. If it's false, then you carry on executing the same thing. So I think that's fine, because that's the problem I was doing before. So move to the next object. He has that check. Move near the object. It doesn't have this check, but that's fine, because this is like a generic class. And I think attack. Let's see. Let's try. Let's press play. Let's add like as many AIs as we can. Let's see. So people, and let's set higher, 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 higher. Let's see how crazy this thing is. So now it's going there, it's building everything. Looks pretty cool. Okay. I think the AI is still stuck. One of the AI is still stuck there. Let me have a look. Wow, it's a lot of NPCs. So let's check which one are stuck. So that one is stuck, this one is stuck. I think my logic's not working properly by the looks of it. So AI is near object. They're stuck. Why they are stuck? Let's have a look. I do have the logic to check. Maybe. So this one I don't need it, right? Well, let me double check. So it goes here, it does that logic. Get a distance to. So then it goes. So the idea is that this is gonna trigger to true, true, right? And then it goes back and execute again, and then execute again, and then try over, and over. Well, what we can do then, since this doesn't look like it's working very well, we can kind of check. I mean, we could, in theory, spawn only one builder at a time, but then I'm not sure as well. Let's just try to understand it. So I'm gonna add 3, and then we'll see what happens. Come on, load up. Perfect. So we're gonna go back to people, add, higher, and then higher, and then higher another one. Let's see. So they shouldn't be stuck. So that one's already stuck, which is not good. I think is when the character. I see what happened there. Let's just try to see. So that one is finished. So they're like stealing each other's objects, right? Okay, better start working, blah, 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 blah. Well, we could assign like a building ID. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to do that, which is a little bit annoying, but it's fine because he allows the character to work in a better way. So let's just try to do this. I think it's gonna have to take some refactoring, but it's fine. Gonna go back, compile and save. Gonna go back to here, so I don't need this stuff. I'm gonna edit right there, perfect. And this is the parent one. Yeah, that's okay. So I'm gonna have to change how I do this. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this by the logic here and all that stuff. So I'm gonna have to kind of, when I do this first initial loop, if he's 0, then it's fine. There's nothing you can do. But if the actor has the ID, then he actually can interact with what you're looking for. So let's try to do that. So now what we can do here is on the, I think is the resource management. Resource. Just have a look. Perfect. Now, when I spawn the NPC, this is when I send the NPC to work, right? So I'm just gonna comment this. Send the NPC to work. Perfect. What we have to do here is also somehow pass the building ID that we have. And I think we have this, the information here. So we go, so if we break this, I think we got the house ID now. No, we don't. Break. There you go, we have the house ID. Nice. Let me double check if I can actually use this to do something. So I got the house ID, compile and save, perfect. Now let's try. Go back, people, and add in hire. Why is not displaying the house ID? Let's double check. Maybe I'm not sending this house ID. Is it? Does it have the at least the character? Ah, yeah, it doesn't have the house ID because I'm not setting up this yet. So I only know the icon, the resource. Okay, we need to fix this. I'm just gonna go back here and fix that. Because when I spawn the house, so I spawn the construction, and I do have here the house ID. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. I knew what I had this. I just need to improve this code a little bit. Oh, now I just want to do a print string. This is a very hard logic, by the way. Very annoying. This thing, I had no idea this was going to be super complicated. Let's go back. People, add, and now we have the house ID 1, house ID 2, and so on and so forth. That's nice. Now, when we spawn the house, okay, when we spawn the construction house on the event graph, I need to be able to set the house ID on this building points. So what I'm gonna do, open up. I am just gonna create here a house ID, or we can call building ID, but I'm just gonna create it house, I guess. I'm gonna make sure it's exposed on spawn, compile and save, copy that. I'm gonna go back to this, and so I return the building point, whatever. Now, let me just go back here. What do I do? So I'm not passing the house ID here, which I need to. Okay, so I'm just gonna create a house ID, right? string. I'm gonna expose this on spawn. Now what I'm gonna do is the house actor set house ID. Oh no, this is the house actor ID building set. What's it called? ID? Yeah, set house ID. Okay. Don't know why that didn't work out. Because yeah, okay, we're setting the actor, not this. Alright, that's fine. So plug it there. Here, and then we're gonna plug it here, and we're gonna add this value right there. So I think we have like, well, how many times? We have this 4 times. Okay. Because I created like this actor that every time he hits increases the building scale, right? So we have to do that. Put it right there as well. Plug it here. So I need to do for this one and for this one. You know what? I think I'm gonna. This sounds very complicated. I think I can just fix everything into the scene itself. You know, like it can just be more clever because I'm not a fan of all these changes. I think it's gonna break too many things, I feel like. So let's just have a look here. It's gonna delete house ID just to make sure we don't clutter our scene. Okay, so let's try to use that logic then. So the problem is just me try to debug this a little bit more. Come on. Oh, don't know what happened here, but add higher and then higher and then higher, right? So it goes and it builds. Okay, so that one is already stuck, which is a problem. And they start to hit each other, which is funny. But anyway, so that one is stuck. They're all stuck. Okay. Let's have a look. So it's is near object. And I need to know which part of this is running, right? I need to know what part of that is running. I think it's running this part here. So I'm just going to do a print false. Yeah, if you spawn one by one, it works. But then if you spawn like many characters, it doesn't. So let's have a look. Come on, press play. Edit. Higher, higher, and then higher. Let's see. So it goes there. So that one should be already stuck. So true. I see true. And then it come up, goes there. Okay, come on. Okay, so what I have here. I see. This is the problem, right? This cast is failing, right? I see, because it's failing, it's not executing the exit. Okay. I know what it is. Found the problem. I'm very glad that I tried this again, because I think it would be very bad to do this the other way, right? So what we need to do here is more simpler, I think. It's gonna open up this one. Yeah. When these things start to get very complex, what I like to do is just close all the tabs and then I restart again. I'm gonna open this one. I'm gonna open up that one. Okay, that's fine. So this is the one we need to fix. So this is the one that I know is working because it plays the animation after. So I'm gonna copy this and that. Go back to here. I'm gonna paste it right here. Okay. Now, what happened is that, and I think this is a good approach, the cast stuff, at least for this scenario. So what it's gonna try to do here is gonna cast to that, and I'm gonna apply, get this length here. It's gonna add this value right here. Okay. So now let's just review. So executes this, get the distance. We don't care about this because it's executing. The reason why I know that that wasn't working is because the printer was only running once, which means that it isn't finishing the execution. So what I'm going to do is that if it's true, right, it does that. And then if it's false, I'm just going to set to this. Actually, I can just do that, right? Just going to plug it here. See what happens. Now, I think it should work. So if I press play, let's see. And I go here, higher, higher, higher. So they're all building at the same time. So let's see, like that one. Hey, nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. Nice to meet you. Right, I already saw that that one got stuck, which is a little bit bad. I mean, I think it's fine. Let's try to add more stuff here. Let's see. I mean, it needs some refinement, that's for sure. But if I add like 20, I'm gonna go crazy here, by the way. I'm gonna add all the limits I can think of. This is gonna be a PC melting thing, but let's do it. Let's go. That's pretty cool that all NPCs are doing their job, and you know, that's pretty cool. Right. So as you can see, they're all like working, which is fun. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. I think we probably need to add some kind of a timer by the NPC as well. So if he doesn't do the job in X amount of time, or the building get constructed or something. So they're all working fine. So let me double check. Did they construct all the houses? Yeah, they did. Ah, it's missing one, by the way. I just said the missing house. Add. Nice. So she goes here and construct. Nice. Now there's that one missing. Well, realistically, I don't think this is gonna be a problem in game, because you're not gonna, unless you're using cheats, but you're not gonna be able to build all those places at the same time. But it can happen. It can happen. But I think you can do something like this, I think. Let's see. Are you gonna do anything? Nope. Okay. But now what I can do is I can check the behavior tree, and they're all stuck on the moving step. And that is the problem that I need to fix as well, because we need to add those checks before. So I knew about this. I was just like, is it gonna happen? Not entirely sure, right? So it moves to, I mean, we can do something like, I guess, something like this, right? It should work. It should, in theory, work. Let's hire. Let's go crazy here again. Hire the people. Hire. 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 Keep hiring NPCs like crazy. I should probably open the gate as well, but let's see. Not entirely sure if this is gonna be a problem at some point, but let's see. Oh, there's a comment. Nice. What game you make? So this is castle simulation in third person. All right. Oh, okay. Right. Hey, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. So I already saw NPC got stuck there, but that's fine, I guess. Hello, nice to meet you. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of NPCs now. Okay. Aha, they all disappear, which is great. So, okay. I don't see anyone here. Okay, that's fine. That's good. That's good. It may need some improvement, but so far so good. So I don't see any builder here. So they're all lumberjack, which is fine, and the stone guys. So I'm just gonna add 2 more because it's missing out. Ah, come on, nice. Well, she got stuck. Why she got stuck here? I think it's to do with the fact. Oh, still not mesh now. That's cool. So that working, it's fine. Working fine. Working fine. Let's double check. Well, she's still there, but it's actually working. Okay, it's fine. Now let me double check what's going on here on the gate, because I think all those NPCs are here. I need to make my AI be more smart, because right now they're all here. Jesus. At least the AI is quite smart to figure out. Okay. But anyway. Well, my next step is like I have to create some kind of a queue system where if the gate's not open and they start to complain, say, hey, the gate's not opening or whatever. This is one of the things that I'm not fun sometimes, but I'm real like that I have to improve this. But like right now, the move to, it doesn't know where to go, right? It's just stuck here. So I would have to restart the AI process. Come on. Come on, guys. It's just... is it stuck? Yeah, it's stuck. I have to improve this stuff, but... Okay. I'm happy that everything else at least is kind of working on the builder side. And I have a little village, which is really cool. Now, the next thing I want to do is, of course, improve more a little bit the building stuff. So it runs a little bit more smooth. But I want to now, I think I figure out that most part of the AI stuff. I want to make sure that the houses are actually, they're too boring right now. Let me see if I can actually add some more way to create dynamic houses, right? So this, browse to assets. So this is the house you see, right? So for example, like when I press build, each time I hit this house, it completes the building and then it changes. And then at the end it becomes this. But let me see if I can actually make this a little bit less boring, because right now it's too boring. Every NPC would have a different house, right? So let's try. So what I'm gonna do here, just gonna select here static mesh, static mesh, static mesh, perfect. So let me have a look. I would make this, can make this like cool. So let's try the outside. What can I actually do here? Well, first maybe the easiest thing I could think of is to try to change the material, right? So you can get like material. Where's the material? Where is it? Material. There you go. So I could actually come here and try to change the material of the house. That would make it more interesting, I guess. So what we can do here is that we can go back to the event graph, right? And on the begin play, you can do that on the begin play, guys. Is that we're gonna get all the walls, everything that's a wall. That's a lot of walls, by the way. So I think I need to be more specific. Yeah, at least the things that look nice. Yeah, so I can select this one. No, that, this. So I can move the whole house, perfect. I can select this, I can select that. And now I can select this. And then I can select that and that. And that's it. Nice. So I can select all the houses, perfect. Now if I go back here, I can drag and drop all this stuff there, perfect. And I can do something like set material, I think. Set material. material. Is it how it works? Ah, it's because it's okay. Get child static mesh. No, this is not static mesh. Or get actor. Do I have to cast to static mesh? Static. Jesus Christ. Yeah, okay. This is really... this is not good. Because I'm gonna have to... I'm gonna have to cast all the pieces to this. Cast to static mesh actor. I'm sure you must have a better way to do that, but... Well, but anyway, my idea here, at least the front, right? I think we can do at least this front we can actually... It's not in terms of performance, it shouldn't be too bad. So we can actually do that. So let me just go back here, copy and copy this. Perfect, I'm gonna copy that, three things. I'm not entirely sure how to do that, but I'm gonna cast to static mesh. Oh, get actor from class, yep. And then cast to static mesh actor. That it's a long way. Just gonna duplicate this. Now I'm gonna do that. Now can I set material? Yes, I can, which is fine. And then I can pass the material. Okay. That can be a macro actually. So I can actually do, I can collapse to a function called fn change material, right? And then you just pass whatever is the material you want to change. In this case, we pass the actor, we cast to that. We're gonna do a select. And now I can just go back here to the child. I can search for the material. And I can just add pings, right? For example. And now what I can do is get this, that, and I can get this one, I can get that one, and I can get also this logic here. And do I have more? I do have more, but it's fine. Let's just leave those for now. Random in range. Random integer in range. So from 0 to 4. Nice. Now what we can do here is I can just copy paste all those functions. Copy this as well. Let's see. I know this looks very boring, but it will have like an effect on the screen at some point. It's not just creating functions everywhere. All right, let's see. Press play and nice. You see? So the houses, it changed the design every time. I mean, it should probably be more consistent, but I don't mind. I think I like the randomness of this. But we can make it, I guess we can make it like, we can even do something like, we pass the material, right? We copy this, and we create another function called fn get random material, right? We paste it here. And this is gonna just create like a material, right? Promote to a variable called random material, right? We plug it and we return. In this way, all we have to do is just in here. By the way, I'm gonna change this to use the random material, so I don't have to pass any parameter. It's much better to use like functions where you don't have to be context aware, so the function knows what he's doing by himself. Now we go back here, everything works fine. Now the only last thing we just need to do is just call this random material, and now everything should be consistent. Look at that. So now it's white, so you keep press play. Is it gonna change the color? Why is it not changing the color? Did I now copy and paste this properly? Set the random material. Just press print here. Let's see the material name. So that family. Okay, it's changing. Okay, it's just that we very unluckily had the same material for multiple times, but that's okay. Nice. So at least now the houses, they have different colors, right? So you can just copy and paste, copy and paste. And then if we press play, let's see. Really, all the same. Okay, now they're changing. Perfect. So now you see, they have like a red, white and yellow. And I can do, I think now I can actually complete the whole house. I need to do some research to make sure which one is the best way of doing this. But to be honest, it's just like, this is like 1, 2, 3. And then we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So then go back to the event graph, drag and drop. And now it's more 8 to go. So it's gonna paste it here. I may have to monitor performance to see. Can I actually put the same part multiple times? No, I can't. Yeah, that would be too much. The problem is that we created like a block of static mesh, and when you do that into a blueprint, you don't have access to the mesh itself, only to whatever is the actor of the mesh. So that's why I had to do this cast. I think this is gonna add some performance problems, I think, but it will be fine for now. Let's see. Now they should be all consistent. So, or they because I haven't saved them. Okay, let's try again. Save. Okay, all good, all good. Press play. Okay, so this one, I'm not setting the other part. Not entirely sure why that part's not getting properly. But anyway, I don't want to do everything. So I'm just going to leave the front. Now we need to add some variations of, like, for example, some walls, they could have like ivy and things like that. So what I can do here, for example, right? And I've done this sometimes, is I'm just going to save everything. I'm going to search for ivy. For ivy. Ivy. What is it? Ivy. Perfect. So I have the ivy here. Now I'm going to go to that. It's going to close my assets. So for example, right now, imagine that you want to do something like that, right? So what is this ivy stuff? There we go. So is the ivy. Can I move it? No. Let me search for the ENV. Nice. So I got the ivy here. Now I'm going to add here. So you can see all the actors are updating real time, which is good. Now I'm going to move it to the top. And we're going to add it right here. Perfect. Now, for example, I want to make this dynamic, right? So right now, I would like to make this, like I can be this one, or it can be that one, and so on and so forth. So we're going to also make like a logic. It can also be 0, right? So we're going to go back here to ivy decoration, right? And I'm just going to search for ivy decoration, copy that. I'm going to go back to our event graph, and I'm going to create a new function called fn get random ivy. And we're gonna like set static mesh. Yeah. I think I know a better way to do this. Okay. I have a nice idea now instead of a casting. But let's just focus on the ivy for now. Let's do select. We may have a problem here because if I want to drag and drop this, we need like to create a seed so it's consistent and I can save a game object and load this back. So I'll do that in a second. So I'm just going to add, for example, this ivy, this one, that one, and I can add like a bigger one, and sometimes I can add 0, right? Random in range, integer, sorry, random int in range. Nice. I'm going to do from 0 to 5, which is what I'm looking for. Perfect. I'm going to compile and save. Then after I can create this as like a Ivy seeder and so on and so forth, and then I should be able to have a better approach for this. So let's press play and see what happened. So they're all the same. Oh yeah, of course they're the same. I'm not calling the function then. Go back to the event graph, go here and call that. And I've just found a way to improve that. But let's see. You see, that one is different, which is good. It's not too bad. Usually is how Ivy grows, I guess. But those two, they are the same. But we can kind of make variations from this. And also, it's just to make some variety. Like, we don't want to make this too complicated. Now, about the thing that I found here, I had no idea about this. But basically, I just gonna have to replace this actor with a mesh, right? So I'm gonna go here, go find, where is this mesh? There we go. So I'm just gonna drag and drop. I am gonna drag and drop this scene. So it has the name of the thing that I call cut this one. So cut hole. There we go, static mesh, perfect. Go back, so this is my static mesh. I'm gonna just put this outside, click on that, delete it, and then I just can go back here and align it properly. So this is part, it's a little bit of a boring thing to do, but at least it doesn't have a problem. This is an issue because the way I created it was using a combination of meshes. That's why this started to become a problem. That's why I have this issue in the first place. Is that the right one? It was. Let me try to use this. Okay. No. Well, that was exactly the one I was using. So why is it different now? Ah, yeah, because of this. Ah, it's different. I see. No, it's the same. So. Well, I guess. Well, how is this stuff was before? Let me just do a couple of Control Z's. So go back, go back, go back. Ah, because of course. It's just I have this issue here. Nice. So I'm gonna 180. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, that's fine. And I go back here, and I just need to make sure he aligns with that. And I go forward. Now, does it look weird? Let's just press play and see. Oh, he's on the match. Oh, is that? Yeah, it's a problem because now I deleted this, so I don't need a guy anymore. Perfect. Yeah. That's the only downside, that we're gonna have to replace all those, but that's fine. At least the frame is easy to do. If I had to do everything, then it would be a little bit complicated. But now that's it. So we're gonna add this here. And nice. Perfect. So that's fine. Now if I get this one, now I have the cutout here. I'm just gonna drag and drop this inside. And here is the cut out. Add it here. Just check which one, where is the other one I added. So this. Why is it not duplicating when I drag and drop? So I have this. Ah, okay. is doing this weird stuff. Okay, so that's fine. This is fine. I created like 5. That's crazy. Anyway, now I just need to go back and do 180 degrees, and that's it. That's how you go. This part's fine. Perfect. Now the next thing I need to replace is the wall, right? Actually, I'm just gonna rename this. I'm gonna call wall 1, and then I do wall 2. So what happens is that it's easy for us to know after what we're trying to set up here. Now I need to add this door 1 here, so I'm just gonna add it inside the wall 1, and then I search for door. Where's the door? Yeah, I'm gonna add it inside the shared stuff. Perfect. And then I just align it here, go back to U, delete it. Oh, does it have the door inside? Yeah. Okay, we may need to take the door out. It's fine, because I want to keep the door. So the reason why I kept the door open, it's because the nav mesh issues. I have a door that is designed to use with the AI, but I have to change that. Okay, the door is fine. Now I have to do this stuff here. So it's gonna go back. Which one is that? So I select. It's very hard to work with blueprints edition because you don't know exactly which one you selected. Like this one, for example, has all those stuff outside. Like I don't know what's going on here, right? So which one is this static mesh again? Is the house this one? So I'm gonna add it here. No, where is the wall? It's gonna be a door. Now I need to search for this one. There you go. I don't know why it's adding like not in the route, you know, but that's okay, I guess. Now we added this here. Go down. That's a lot of work, to be honest, to do this. And this is just for the house of the NPC. This is just so you don't make everything looks like crap. So funny. Okay. Okay. Nice. Alright, perfect. Oh, more or less. No, it's just bad. I need to go up. How does it look? Okay, it doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad. It looks like a nice piece of house, which is what we're looking for. Now the rest of the bits is easy, because what I'm just gonna do here as well, I notice I need to put everything inside the shared, otherwise it becomes a problem. Now this is gonna be a window or just wall 3. Now I can delete this, and I can search for this one and press delete, right? And now I'm just gonna drag and drop inside here. I really don't know why it's not dragging on the right location, man. I'm just gonna put this wall 5 or 4, I think. Let's go wall 4. Okay, it's coming outside. Makes sense. Now we're gonna do a 90 degrees, sorry, 90 degree angle. Which is this size? Is this? Well, it doesn't matter. Okay, that's fine. They're all the same. So we're getting this. Also, we can make a nice house for our NPCs. So now we're gonna add here, and the block is done. Okay, it looks good. I'm gonna duplicate that. And I think this part is, it has a wall. Of course, it has a window. Okay, it's fine. I can't just, but I can duplicate this house wall. Yeah, what I can do, actually, I'm being a little bit, I could have done this in a better way now, but it's fine. I've completely forgot that I can, for example, select this mesh, right? Delete this, and then like change the mesh, and that's it. problem solved. Because everything is blocky, I don't have to worry about like not everything being aligned because everything is built with that in mind. So I'm gonna plug it here. How many hours of live so far? Oh wow, it's a long time. Barely realized. So I'm just gonna finish this and then I'll wrap up for today. But I hope you guys enjoy. You know, let me know what would you like to see next. I need to probably prepare a better format. But if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer. Right. So now we have this. I'm gonna delete this block. And those lives is not intended too much to show what is the game. It's more like me actually trying to build the feature. I do have other videos where I display a little bit more, like in depth, how I'm building certain features. Now I can compile and save, and that's it. Wow, we did it, guys. It's really good. Okay. Oh, the ivy decoration. What the fuck? Why is the ivy decoration here? Okay, let me just move this stuff back. Okay. This is the annoying part. But now, I also have to do the same for the tiles on top. But I'll do that on another day. Because I want to make sure that every house is super different in runtime. Right? Okay. Now we got all this stuff. I'm going to select all of it. Go back to my event graph. Drag and drop. And that's it. Now, I don't care about this function anymore called change material. I mean, actually, no, let's just delete this. Let's just do with one simple command here. Right, don't have it, don't need it here. Perfect, everything's fine. We add this one here. Now, I can just go back and do set material. Plug it. And that's it. I can plug all the materials at the same time. And that's what I was saying about this being less time consuming. You know, like less resource consuming. Now the next thing is that we put the random components, compile and save. And it's going to crash my engine. Oh, for a second I thought it was going to crash my engine. Let's press play. Look at that. So now this one is yellow and everything's consistent. Oof. Nice, we managed to do. There is this bug here on the window. Why is it doing this? Okay. It's because the glass here. Didn't realize. No, how do I select this glass? Why can't select the glass? Okay, let's search for glass. Glass. Is this the one? Nope. Is that the one? Yes. Okay. So I need to do 90 degrees. And then we go back to like here and we align this here. I had no idea that this would happen. Now I can just align it here. Okay, that's fine. Now the next one is, which one is it? What is it? This one. Is that one? Okay. It's hard to work with this because the pivot of it is, it's really annoying to see what it's doing. So I'm just gonna do 90 and we align here. Push it, go down, and we press play right here. Okay, so that one is fine. Nice. Now I may have to, is this the one I'm looking for? Nope. That one is, yeah, this is the one that I was looking for. Okay, add it here. That's a lot of work for a little house. I am oh no, this is the one from the main screen, sorry. Here. That's the box we're looking for. Okay. Now we're gonna add here. And we just need to align properly. This is only hard, is the difficult part of this is because, yeah, this is, well, I didn't notice, but I have to do a 90-degree angle here. Sorry. Because we want to see the outside, right? Anyway, just gonna do a 90, 180. Oh, one more. And now we can align this proper here, and the glass is gonna go inside properly, I think. Nice. Okay. That was hard. Jesus. Right. Now if I press play, come on. Now I have the house with this color, the house has this color, so it's everything random, which is what we're looking for. So the glass aligns properly. So that top part we haven't changed. We have to change that top part, but I can do that after. So this has this ivy, this one has this ivy. Right. The next thing I want to add here, just so I can create a base system. I think it's called pot. Is that pot flowers? Yeah, we can add this one. This is quite cool, actually. This is like a classic English house. So I'm just gonna add this here. And where's the flower? Flower. Where's the pot? Pot. How's it called? Flower. Jesus. Pot. Okay, it goes inside now. I don't want it to go there, but that's fine. So now we're gonna add maybe this one right here. I know this is gonna be a problem in terms of nav mesh. So what I'm gonna do, and add it here. So it already looks nice, right? We're gonna even make it random. And this is just to show you like how simple tricks it helps to make a boring scene to a nice one. I am just gonna go to the collision and do no collision because I don't care about this collision. Compile and save the stuff. Perfect. Now I can go back to this mesh. I'm gonna call this just pot front entrance. I may have in other places of the house. And now we're just gonna create another function called fn set or get random pot flower, or just pot. Just gonna put pot. And now we add this, and now we're gonna set static mesh. That's it. Now I'm just gonna copy that logic here, and I'm gonna go back to the pot and paste it right here. Select. Now I have like a range of 5, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, actually 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know it says 5, but 0 counts the number. Right, okay, so let's just add this one. And then we can add this. Like in here, it's just choosing like whatever. It doesn't matter which one we want to use, to be honest. And we add this one. We can even have a variation where it does not have flowers, but look at that. Oh, why they're all the same? Let's check. Is that lucky? Is it lucky or we're lucky? Ah, of course. Sorry. We're not calling the function. That's a problem. I have to call the function. Now, look at that. So they're all different, which is cool. We could make it so they're a little bit lower or higher. We could do this, but to be honest, we can do something like, for example, this is very specific, but we can like set location or add add local offset and the delta. That's it. So what you can do is we can do a select, I guess, and we can do like a random boolean, I think. We add it here, and the z is gonna be, let's say 100, and this one's gonna be minus 200. Let's see what happened. Yeah, it kind of, you see, it works. It's not the best, but we can add a more settled value here. So for example, instead of being this much, we can do something like 10. And this one we can do like, you know what? We can even do something better. So we can split the structure. And the Z, we can create select, right? And we can use the same, I think it's select, it's with a wildcard, yeah. And I can even do something like, you know, it's always random. To be more random, I need to make sure it's a different value, but that's okay. And I'm gonna add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if it's 1, we're gonna add 10, 4, 4, 8, 15, minus 10. You know, like just make it random. We can even create a randoming range, and that's it. That's it, they're all different. Like they have different height sizes. I can see this is a bug. Yep, that's a bug. Let me just double check. Oh no, it's not. It's just it's on my scene. Okay, that's fine. I can't even select this glass, but it's fine. Right. And that's it. That's how we have like a random house, right? We can even do now the door, of course. The door is easy as well because the door is detached from everything. Do I actually have a different door, or I have all the same? I think. I have a blocky door. We can do that. It's fine. Let's just delete this door. Go back, and we're gonna add the door right here as well, right? And where's the door? Where's the door? So we're gonna put door, nice, or house, door. And now I'm gonna go back here, and I'm gonna add this stuff inside shared route, right? Now what I'm gonna do, add the house door here. It's gonna set up in an angle. Also the house door, it's crazy, but I don't want to have collision with the door because of the nav mesh. So I'm just gonna go back here and do this. Perfect. Compile and save the stuff. Awesome. Collision. So I'm gonna disable the collision. And this is the last one, and then we're gonna see how it's gonna look on the scene, right? So that's the door. So if I just to make sure that I don't have collision with it, it's fine. It's okay. Then later on I can probably add the collision back if I want to, but I think it's fine now. Now, I haven't checked this. I should have probably checked if I can actually change the door color. No, I can't. But I can change the door shape, which is okay. And this would add even more randomness to my scene, right? And then I'm not sure if I could, like, do we want to keep this consistent? Do we want every time you open the game, do you want to be a new house, or do you want to keep always the same, right? I don't know. To be honest, I'm thinking that the game is like a living world where every time it changes, you know. So set. Oh no, this is the wrong thing. Sorry, wrong thing. Nope. What we need to do is here. Fn get random door. Nice. Now what we do, select the door, go back. Where's the door? Door. Drag here, set static mesh, the same drill we're doing as before, right? If I just need this. And I'm gonna add here. We're gonna do a select, plug 5, and now we can actually, I'm not sure how many doors we have. So we're just gonna close that and this one. So we have normal door, this, that, and this one. And that's it. Unfortunately, don't have that many. I'm just gonna, how do I, why is it not coming? I would just assign doors here, whatever. Compile and save. Fn, go back. Perfect. If I compile and save, let's see what happened. Now we have different doors. Yeah, I think it looks, I mean, this one is getting a little bit like the same door, but it already, you see, it already helps that the house looks better. So now if I go back and do my final thing here, LV dash main, let's just go back to our main world. Now, when I add a new building or a new NPC house, everything should look much better, by the way. Let's see. Right, so we're gonna add house, a house, a house, a house, a house, a house, a house, and a house. Nice. Look at that, guys. All the houses are dynamically being set to run them, you see? And they look quite cool, actually, because they're all like, I mean, I'm gonna add more stuff into it, so it's better, but they're looking cool. They look better. I think they look nice. Yeah, they all look cool. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this session. You know, I had a lot of fun. I think it's creating this, it's very hard to do this, but now I think the game's getting to a more stable point, which is great. Now the next thing I have to do is to wire the whole economy. Like every day the NPC ticks and it takes money and stuff, but one step at a time, I guess. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy, and I see you in the next time.